Hello, I'm Hannah Ada Stitcher, and welcome back. It has been so long. I have really been lax with doing videos. So I'm still here. Everything's fine. There's not a problem with family or anything. Everything's fine. It's just I haven't really felt in the mood to film anything or make a floss tube. But it's just been so long I feel like I really have to. I haven't finished anything. I hadn't started anything. I have now. But at the time I was thinking about doing another update. I hadn't started anything. No finishes, and I hadn't bought anything either, so doing a whole video felt entirely pointless because there was nothing to fill it in apart from 1 month's progress, which I didn't feel was enough. I've not been stitching as much. It probably is going to look like I've done loads since, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm here to show you some of my whips and some updates. Oh. Oof. Cinderella's what I've been working on first. I've nearly got to the end corner. Oh, I can see cat hair on that. What a surprise. I really want to get this top half done. I'll be so happy with the top half done. It's all confetti, this area. I'm really not enjoying it as well because the chart pages for this are absolutely massive. They're about as big as this frame, which is fine, not a problem, but they're double-sided. So I photocopied them to try and mark it properly, and it really, because the page breaks for photocopying such big pages, it just made it more messy than it ever should have been. So that was a mistake, but I am getting past it, and once I'm on the bottom half I'm fine, because the pages are double-sided. The top half will be done, and therefore it doesn't matter if I mark it and it goes through the paper. So yeah, I so want that done. And that's what I did. I did that in January, which now feels like such a long time ago. I've been so lazy in doing it. What next? Ooh. This is Teresa Wentzler's Birds. And I subbed out the fabric that was in this kit, and it's now on a 14 count Ada. And I've got the first bird almost pretty done. I love how delicate this looks. There's a lot of partial stitches in this, but oh, she's so delicate. And she's really small. Look, I mean, hand to that. She's so gorgeous. It was very tough to stitch her because of partial stitches and blended threads and all that, but I love how she looks. Very delicate. This will take me longer than I thought it would, because the fabric's not particularly large, not large for me anyway, especially when it's 14 count. That probably needs a wash and an iron. That looks horrendously creased. So that took me 2 weeks because I started the bird. It was my New Year, New Start. I started the bird the 1st of February and I was still going on her at Valentine's Day. So it took a little bit over 2 weeks. That did. I love her. Gorgeous. So much gorgeousness. I've never done a Teresa Wentzler before, so that's my first one. Oh. Do that. Oh, what have I got next? Oh, let's have a look at my long dog sampler, which is Froth and Bubble. This is on 18 count Ada. Where are we? And that's how far I've got up to. It's essentially colouring in at this point. I'm picking colours completely at random. So I can't even tell you what the numbers are because some of these are stuff I got from charity shops that isn't numbered. It is DMC, but I just don't have the numbers on it, so I couldn't even tell you that. Let's hold it. That's the band I'm currently working on. Love the purples and the bright colour. I just think I'm loving it. I should get back to this one. This is the one I should really get back to. The one thing I am trying to make a conscious choice of, I'm trying to keep the greens consistent all the way through it so it doesn't look too random. So the greens on the stems and things will be the same 3 here, here, here and all the way down. because I think then I can be a bit more wacky with my colour choices. It's a 2/1 full cross on 18 count aid of that. I can see a finish on that one. With some of my pieces I think I'm never going to finish it, but I can see a finish sort of in the offing on that one. I would absolutely do a long dog sampler again. I so would. I really love it. That's the cover picture for that. So I am totally taking my own colours and doing whatever I feel like it with. Really enjoy that one. I would also do all the black first and then colour it in essentially, because it's been a lot less brain power because all the shapes are already there. I'll do that again. Ooh. What have I got next? Oh, this is a new start. It's Calla Lily. Yeah, Black Swan Designs Calla Lily. That's the cover picture. Very, very white. And I'm doing it on this gorgeous spring fabric. I love this spring fabric. Gorgeous. This was from Chromatic Alchemy. It's called Ostara. It was the fabric of the month, 1 month last year. Oh, look at the fabric. Love it. And I've only done white. I don't even know how well this is going to come up, but I've done the white at the bottom. There's about 1200 stitches of white there. And I needed something to remind me that spring is on the way. And this fabric did that. And I also didn't have a Pretty Woman. I didn't have a Mirabilia, I didn't have a Nora Corbett underway or anything, so I thought I'll give that a go. And the colours just, I love the idea of her on that fabric. I think the colours are just going to sing. I want to get back to that one as well. Oh, the reason I haven't is because I've been doing my Heaven and Earth Designs one, and I've been swept up in that as well. A lot of stuff. It's all systems go. That fabric is gorgeous. I need more of that fabric because spring is coming. We're technically already in spring, aren't we? I got another new start because that's Aladdin from Soda Stitch. That was a Christmas gift to me. Lots of back stitch, but I think it's really gorgeous. It's only a small piece of fabric. Really small. I'm doing it in all the colours that were called for, unless I find one that I don't have, and then I will swap it out for something I do have. I'm not a purist. I'll find something near enough to do it because the shading is not as important as, say, on a Heaven and Earth Designs. This is easily my smallest one. I think, how big was it? I think it's only 100 and something wide. It's 104. It's 104 stitches square, so that's easily my smallest one. The crystals are going to pop at the bottom when I've really got the black back stitching on. I tried to do the mentality of I wouldn't start anything until I'd finished something, but all of my projects are really big. I just got burnt out on doing the same ones over and over again. I needed something new, and that's where that one came in. And the Calla Lily, because I love that spring fabric. As soon as I bought the pattern for the Calla Lily, I thought it would look so good, the white on that green and yellow fabric. In some pictures that fabric comes up blue, so I don't know how it's going to be on the camera, but it's more green with sort of, it's like you're looking at the sky through trees. It's much more green than blue, so I don't know how that will come up. And that's that one. And the last one is my Heaven and Earth Designs, which is called One Mini. It's a mini, and it's by Zindy Nielsen. And I picked her because I loved the Girl on the Beach. I love the Girl on the Beach, and this, I'll take it out of the frame actually so you can see all of it. I've got a lot of park thread, so it looks messy, but I know where I am. Right, and that is where I am on that one. I was so pleased. I can't even remember what it was like the last time you saw it. I've been working on this section here. I don't like stitching backgrounds. It bores the hell out of me. So I decided, because she goes like that, so it's all background up here, I decided I'd move over and do the centre portion of her. And this is on 16 count Ada. And I love how she looks. She's gorgeous. She's stitching up far better than I ever could have imagined. I just think she's gorgeous. I can't stop staring at it, and that's why I've not worked on my Long Dog Sampler or my Calla Lily, because I've been on this one. And once I get to the end of the page, which is about there, I don't know, there, I will swap it over for something, I think. Oh, I love her. Her hair is here and her head's up there, but I'm starting on her hair very, very soon. She's so gorgeous. Oh, I'm in love with her. In love with her. And I'm going to get on my soapbox for a little bit. You can stitch a Heaven and Earth on Ada. You can stitch it on Ada. I posted a picture in, I think it was Full Coverage Fanatics or something like that, of the progress on this a while ago now. And someone commented saying, oh, I've got that piece. I've got that piece, but I've never stitched on even weave, so I don't really want to start it. And I said, well, if you don't want to stitch on even weave, don't. There is absolutely no reason why you can't do a Heaven and Earth design on Ada if your Ada is big enough. As long as you've measured it, there's absolutely no reason why you can't. And it really gets me that Ada is sort of considered, oh well, I can't stitch this on Ada, I can't stitch that on Ada. You can. You can. If it's got partial stitches, you'll have to split the fabric, but if you're okay with doing that, then of course you can. Okay, off soapbox. It just upsets me to see people not stitching things they want to because they think they need a different fabric when you don't. You don't. You can stitch it on whatever you want. It will work up bigger, but that's the only thing. It will work up bigger. My fabric is not big enough, by the way. My fabric is definitely not big enough. But when I first saw that image, I had no intention of doing all the sky anyway, which is why I started from the bottom up. Because I was going to do it until I lost patience with it. But I mismeasured my fabric. There is not enough room. I think I'm about 20 rows short on the height of it, which would be fine because I was never intending to do all that. The background bores me. Background on anything bores me, so she'll probably stop at about there, which will suit me just fine. When I stitch on her, I only want to stitch on Heaven and Earth. That's it, that's all I want. Which isn't very practical with everything else I've got going on. I've not bought any fabric, I've not bought any threads. I should have some fabric from Chromatic Alchemy coming, but it's not here yet. It's the Fabric of the Month Club. I can't even remember the colourway of that. I think it's a brownie colourway, but I could have, that's really, really wrong. And I think that's it. So yeah, thank you for joining me. I know it's been a very sporadic video, and I know it's been a long time, but I really felt like I should do an update. I have no idea what any of these projects looked like the last time you saw them, apart from the new starts, which are obvious. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to keep doing the Heaven and Earth one until I reach the end of the page, and then I'll probably swap it for something, but I don't know what. I don't plan what I stitch. Stitching is fun. Stitching is my hobby, and if I plan it and it's too regimented, then the fun just is knocked out of it for me. I need this to be fun. If planning makes you happy, plan away, but I can't do that. I can sort of have a general idea of, oh, I'll do this at some point next month, or I want to start this week, you know, but anything more strict than that, I'll just break the rules anyway, so what's the point? Thank you for joining me, and I will see you hopefully next month with another update. I promise to try and get back to these more regularly. Thank you very much for sticking it out to the end.